something. But basically, remember how he was having a hard time with being able to, he could close, but he couldn't open up. So, oh, you're already going to go for it. Okay. So I have an empty one down here, so he has to work on his shoulder, and he has to work on his elbow. And then now he can let go, and he can get to these things. We can work on this kind of task over and over and over to work on, they call it the neuroplasticity is the big term now for the changes to hopefully rewire these muscles and to start to get the brain to work these muscles better. So these springs here mimic his openers, like the muscles that open his hand. And he's actually doing it really the hard way by having to dig in and go get the ball. And I don't have the stimulation on at all right now. So if I wanted to, I could add that with it. It would probably enhance that opening even further. I can change the resistance on the spring so he can work on strengthening those bending muscles as well as help with opening more if I needed to. So he's doing a really great job here. Remember, he couldn't open up his hand hardly at all. And so now he can really get his hand going and really work with it. So this is where this type of technology really helps those who have hand coordination issues.
If people have spasticity, like he does, usually this doesn't actually start occurring at about the time they leave. Usually we really start seeing about the third week, fourth week, and it can get really bad. So like I say, about 60 to 70% of the people are going to have some degree of spasticity, which means it's a shortening of the muscle from just the hyperexcitability of the muscle. So the things we do for that are this.
That makes it hard.
We do Botox, a lot of Botox for people who have spastic muscles. We'll use Botox and cast the person and facilitate that. I don't do many, very rare to do surgery on an arm anymore, because we can get as good result with things like this, with Botox, with casting, as I can with surgery. In the leg, we do Botox, but many times we do have to do surgery to balance the leg. And once we get the leg balanced, because when they bring that leg through, they often don't still get good pickup. That's when we would add to that nice little BioNest brace, and we can probably get them brace free. So most of the time, if a person comes in and they're evolving that takes probably about 1 to 1.5 years. If they had to go all the way through, you had to do surgery, balance the foot, get them in a brace, out of the brace, into something like the BioNest. But I mean, there's a lot of things we can do to make people very independent, out of braces, back to life, playing golf, going fishing. Now what do women do? They play golf, they go fishing, don't you?
I don't.
Or who knows?
I had a lady today that came into our support group, and she couldn't